Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to the Slowest WAAAGH, where we are playing Tzeentch. It is turn 37, and we've got a couple of different things going on this turn. We have completed Alteration 3. Quick stop there just to kind of snag some things back into construction, hopefully run all the way up there. Absu, Rainbow, Gnome Lore, Auspex, Augury, nothing. Arcane Probing, Dark Knowledge, Harspex. Okay, whole lot of nothing on side searching. A Dire Portent goes up from Karaz-a-Karak. They have put up Riches from Beneath. That is concerning. That's pretty concerning, actually. And then we have summoned a Daemon Prince of Tzeentch. The first Daemon Prince. Yay! Did not get any Blood Slaves this turn. That's unfortunate. We had a battle in Smotherdark. So we sent, the remainder of our Marauders and a bunch of our Marauder Horse Archers into these... Oh, God. I'd rather if you didn't. Okay. We do enough damage that it looks like they're really only getting one trample off. Sweet. Yeah, we lost one Marauder. That's not bad. Obviously, this is massive overkill, but we're not really doing anything with this right now, so might as well massive overkill. And we get to see Itza attacking Nehekara. So this is kind of fun. There's not really anything here, so the battle in and of itself is not really much of anything. But we do actually get to see what's going on with Itza this turn. I love their models. So fucking cool. These are Temple Guard. They look absolutely badass. And Itza gets a bunch of different summons. So they get a bunch of different variants of these Temple Guard that are all sacred and have differing abilities, which is super, super duper cool. Really potentially one of the cooler nations in the mod. But also, I don't want to say like difficult to pilot, but one of the nations that takes more nuance to pilot, perhaps because you have so many options, right? But yeah, anyways, love the fucking Kroxigor. Cool. I almost feel like the Kroxigor could be bigger. Right, they're already size 5, so making them bigger would really hurt their attack density, but I feel like Kroxigor could be like size 6 or 7. Like almost giants. They're so fucking massive in like the tabletop. Although maybe size 5 kind of works for them. They're big, but they're not that big, I suppose. Anyways, so we can see kind of a little bit of what's going on here with Itza. They've just got a big mass. There's not much happening here yet, but they do have communions going up. We've seen their Bless Eye before, right? I believe before, right? So they've got, shock, fire, magic resistance. They have enchanted blood, but they also have, so that's very defensive. But they also have blood surge, righteous wrath, dark vision, and swamp survival. And I don't think they get any of these from their, because they have a single throne. I don't think they get any of these from their throne. Maybe not. I don't quite remember. So this gives them a nice smattering of protective options. And then the Blood Surge and Righteous Wrath do actually do a good job of kind of like making them killier. These particular, the recruitable Temple Guard don't have magic weapons though, which does become a problem, I would assume, later. We got Soldiers of Steel coming out as well. But they've got a fair amount of... Oh, did he bring? Oh, he's got some... The Cynocephalian Shamans. Interesting that they have the same paths. Oh, the Skink Priests are going to be random, aren't they? Yeah. That's cool, though. Very, very cool. The 5th or 4th generation Slans... 3rd generation Slan? Remember. The Slan are amazing. Absolutely disgustingly amazing. Alright, cool. Let's actually take a look at this. What did he bring? He's got 6 of the Sunesphalian Shamans, a 5th generation Slon, and 4 Skink Priests. This is not a lot going on, but I bet it is surprisingly hard to deal with. I don't know what Nehekara is going to do about this. I feel like Nehekara has been beset multiple times, and I don't know if they have a lot left. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of eyes in Nehekara, so we'll just have to see if we can try to keep an eye on things. We get a blue and a pink horror, kind of unfortunate rolls, but is what it is. Need 28 more secrets. Unexpected events. We get 4 air gems in Traveler's Rest. In Namor, a magic site is found, but it also triggers an attack by troglodytes. Woo! We've got some PD here. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Troglodytes can be very nasty. Fortunately, they don't have much in the way of protection, and so our Marauders are able to just kind of really hard chop them up. Oh god, that's a lot of people getting stomped. Hey, we didn't break, but neither did they. We legitimately just had to fucking kill them. So, hey, good job, PD. You did it. Fantastic. So that does get us a site in Namor. That gets us the deepest cave in the province, which is an Earth site. Hello, kitty cat. Can I help you? Coming in. And then, yay! Say hi to the camera, kitty cat. In Cormark, we get a big gold event. Fuck yeah. So, 1870 on gold, 4 fire gems, 1 air gem, 2 water gems, 4 earth gems, and a Staff of Storms. Hold the fucking phone. What are you doing? Mwah, mwah. Quit. You're being bad. You're trying to get shit on my desk. So that's awesome. Staff of Storms is a really cool kind of functionality for us. I don't know. I'm trying to think. If does it... Yeah. Does it super benefit us? Obviously, right, we can do things like air elemental spam, butts around with things like large amounts of thunder striking, etc., and that's cool. But do we really have any opponents that we're super afraid of flying at us? Because that's kind of the key factor of Storm, I think, the vast majority of the time. Or shooting at us. I guess shooting at us, this is a safety save against... Well, yeah. The people around us are the dwarves. We've got a lot of crossbows. And both sets of elves have either a lot of crossbows or bows. So, yeah, sure. Staff of Storms actually probably do pretty well for us. That being said, we're also shooting a whole lot right now, but we're transitioning out of the shooting a whole lot, so is what it is. Very interesting to get, nice to have. Also happy about all the gold. Fantastic. We get discovered in Nehekara, we get discovered in Karaz-a-Karak, and we discover a Khorne scout. Bunch of patrolling. Namor is completed. And in Smotherdark, we are starving. Oh, hey, Itza. Well, shit. We were hoping that we were gonna get a lot more of this cave province, but it makes sense that Itza is already in here. This is the other gateway. We can't actually see into it yet, but it's the other gateway, so that's unfortunate. But that gets us Caverns of Gold and Smotherdark, neither of which are. Well, I mean, neither of which are great provinces from just like a base income standpoint, but, there are other provinces for us to site search, so hopefully we can get some stuff out of that and go from there. So we're pulling that army back. What is going on this turn? Not a lot of crazy stuff going on this turn. We're starting up our second blood hunting province. We're doing a fair amount of recruitment. We can see from the treasury. We are still building stuff. But thanks to that pretty massive gold event, we can do some other stuff aside from just building. We're dropping a temple in Bushford, and we are dropping a lab in Bogoloth. So we've got that going on. The Palisade in Cormark is still coming up, so fingers crossed on that. And then a whole lot of just various recruitment, some more Chaos Warhounds and Horse Archers in some places, a Sorcerer in Traveler's Rest, more Cultists in Balcoria, Acolytes in both Sermiok, Namor, also in Middenheim. We're getting Chaos Warhounds up here because we're probably going to throw a Blood Hunting province in Feral Woods, I think. We're hoping with Acolytes we get some more blood between Sermiok, Namor, and Middenheim. Because we at least want... I'm not 100% sure where it's going to be, but Feral Woods, Ophaleth, Brightwoods maybe lesser because it's already so low. But probably going to target at least one of these, maybe both. So need to pump out Acolytes and hopefully get some blood ones there. How that goes. What else we got going on? Sorcerer Lord recruitment continues. More Chaos Warhounds in the capital, but also switching over to Chosen Knights. And the first of many Daemon Princes. Honoring Sombre. Naming Daemon Princes after my opponents. But yeah, honoring Sombre with the first of the Daemon Princes. We're gonna throw him into the water and cross our fingers. So he doesn't have much going on. We didn't really prepare much of anything. I did make a dragon helmet, forgetting that they can only wear crowns and laurels. So there's that. But I'm not super worried about him, right? With the Blacksteel full plate, he's got plenty of protection. He's only going into Turtle Tribe Tritons, which are not especially strong. They do have a poison attack, but he has 10 poison resistance, so he should be just fine there. And he's going to be going in doing probably too much, actually. Yeah, probably too much. But body, ethereal, displaced body, personal luck, and astral shield. So probably what we want to do is we want to give him the luck laurel thing. So he'll just have luck on him. Then take out personal luck, and I think body, ethereal, displaced body, and astral shield are more than enough to do going forward. Also, definitely want to get like a Ring of Regeneration on our Daemon Princes. They've got plenty of HP. And so that would be quite beneficial to them in the long run. I'm not sure about the rest of the kit. They've got... Obviously, I don't think we want Black Steel full plates on all of them, but we've got a number of different potential options as far as good body armor goes. It's just a question of, do we want to put a whole bunch of swords on them, or do we want to keep the blade of pink fire and the blade of blue fire, right? Because they're not bad. They could be better depending on the situation, but they're definitely not bad, right? So yeah, gonna try to fiddle-faddle around with things. Yet another reason for us to continue up the construction route is to be like, hey, what can we kit out our Daemon Prince with? That being said, we've got a lot of some gems to play around with. I say we've got a lot of some gems. We're doing pretty decent, but we're not like just overboard crazy in gems. So we do have to be kind of cognizant of what we are producing. Probably need to start. So we've got enough earth gems that probably I need to stop gnome loring with this guy. Take a turn, make some earth boots, use those earth boots, make a couple of dwarven hammers type situation. So that we can start up little gear factories, or every time we summon a Daemon Prince, be able to immediately be like, okay, well, have these people stop doing whatever they're doing, equip the dwarven hammers, and then boom, go from there. Also, I probably want dwarven hammers for when we hit construction 7, so that we can just pop someone on lightless lanterns. Anyways, musings aside, we're immediately doing another Daemon Prince casting. So we lucked into enough gems. Combination of right, so we're at 36 gems. Takes 50 to cast a Daemon Prince. So generally speaking, depending on what else we're doing with our fire gems, we can actually cast 2 Daemon Princes every 3 turns, right? But that does the ability to... We can definitely do it every other turn. But we can do 2 in 3 turns if we're not using our fire gems for anything else. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. These guys are very strong. They do not require upkeep. I am terrified, obviously, of losing Eternal Pyre now, because I feel like I got into the situation where I was like, oh yeah, Eternal Pyre, that's the whole plan, blah blah blah, and now that I've got it every single turn, and I'm just like, somebody's gonna steal it from me, somebody's gonna steal it from me, somebody's gonna steal it from me. So probably the next 10 turns, we're gonna be just summoning as many Daemon Princes as we can, which is probably a good idea, I suppose. It's just that they're the big ticket item, right? And so now I'm starting to become concerned of they are amazing. They're great chassis. They've got a lot going on for them. But in and of themselves, they an army do not make. And I right, like, using them out of my dominion terrifies me. They're 50 gems. I don't want to just... Now that I actually have them and I'm getting to play around with them, I am suddenly quite a bit more fearful than I was initially. I don't know. It's I have this weird headspace where I'm just like, oh, shit, yeah, we made it. We did the whole point of what our build was trying to do. We've got Eternal Pyre up. Now we can just summon Daemon Princes like crazy. Oh, God. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. What happens when they all die? It's weird. I've got like so many what-ifs in my head now. We're still pumping out cultists. We've still got them going in a lot of different directions. Our Dominion is getting better, right? We've got a little Dominion on Walnut Woods over here, Mimicria, Ensorcelled Swamp, over here in Llama. So kind of pushing out a little bit, but not like a crazy amount. We keep losing because of this fucking throne. Right, this is annoyingly frustrating because of this throne, and just because Karaz-a-Karak probably has as many temples, if not more than I do right now, and they've got 3 thrones, right? And they've got 3 thrones. Dumb spread 2, dumb spread 2, dumb spread 2. So no conflict bonuses. That's good. But yeah, it's a situation where it's just kind of like, annoyingly, I really want my Dominion to push more against the dwarves, but they're fighting us back. So yeah, we should have Divine Ocean next turn. Other than that, though, we have no real areas of expansion. So we're gonna have to start looking at new targets. It's turn 37. I'm expecting by probably turn 45, or somewhere in the 45 to 50 range, we're going to want to be in a war with someone else, or on the threshold of a war with someone else, right? Most apt targets would probably be Nagorond or Athel Loren. I really don't want to fight Karaz-a-Karak. I really don't. I don't want to fight Kidzin again. If I could go the entire game without fighting Kidzin, that would be great. That being said, I also don't want to fight them just because they are quite large and we share a double border with them, which would be not impossible, and honestly, potentially more beneficial to us than it would be to him because of our high mobility and the ability to teleport and shit like that. But even then, it's still kind of like annoyingly frustrating. Probably, ultimately, the decision is gonna potentially be made by our Dominion push and whether or not someone doesn't resist our Dominion push. So, if, for example, I think that's another reason probably why we won't be going against the dwarves is because they seem to be playing very rough defense on the Dominion side of things. So I don't think I think we're fighting to maintain our Dominion on our borders with them, right? But if we can start pushing Dominion into the elves, into Athel Loren specifically, or into Nagaron, then maybe those become prime targets for us, so that we can, utilize our new Daemon Prince. Anyways, I think that is probably it for the turn. Continuing up to Ward Construction 7, summoning more Daemon Princes, chilling like a villain, and pushing Dominion. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.